No lights, just buzzing in my brain. No sleep, just screaming in my veins. Ain't no peace, just pain that ain't polite. You call it quitting, I call it fighting for my life. Woke up shaking like the devil doing laps in me. Flow cold, piss soaked, sweating out my last memory. Mirror crack, veins collapse, face pale like bleach. It's the part they don't preach. Detox got teeth, my body's begging for poison. Stomach spitting regrets, like every pill I ever popped, clawing out of my chest. I'm seeing shadows in the corner, hearing voices that ain't mine. Pacing through this trailer like it's haunted by my crimes. I'm dancing with the detox demon bleeding through my skin, feeling every fucking sin I ever let crawl. And they said it gets better, but they ain't felt this burn. I'm just trying to live long enough to unlearn that I need this, that I crave this. But my soul knows it's fake bliss. One more night of hell and shakes to prove that I ain't who the dope made. Coughing up blood and yesterday's lies. God ain't showing up, he's scared of what's behind my eyes. Felt death in the drywall, panic in the fan hum. Heart skipping beats like it's scared of what I become. The fridge empty, the hope thinner. I killed for a fix, I died clean for my dinner. But I'm holding on, knuckles white on that sink. Talking to my dead cousin like what you think. He said, Loon, this is war, but the devil don't win. He only owns the ones that give in again. So I grit my teeth, crawl through the vomit in fear, cause pain's the toll for freedom, and I'm finally here. But I'm dancing with the detox demon bleeding through my skin, feeling every fucking sin I ever let crawl in. They said it gets better, but they ain't felt this burn. I'm just trying to live long enough to unlearn that I need this, that I crave this. But my soul knows it's fake bliss. One more night of hell and shakes to prove that I ain't who the dope made. No more running, no more games. This ain't recovery, this is climbing out of chains. Every second I breathe is a war, one slow and I ain't dead yet, motherfucker, let's go.
Needle on the floor. I don't know which one I'm reaching for anymore. Cross around my neck, burning like guilt, saying I'm saved while I tighten the belt.
I've been baptized in poison, reborn in regret. Every prayer that I whisper came with a cigarette. Ashes on Corinthians, blood on Psalms, telling God I quit with a ring in my palm. I shot up in the same hand I used to praise. Told the preacher I was clean, but I was high for days. Ain't no choir in the trap, just the silence of shame. Only time I see heaven is when that dope hits my veins. God, I don't blame you for not answering back. I've been lying too long, I've been off the right track. I stole from my mother, cursed my own blood, tried to trade my pain for a hit in the mud. It's a needle in a Bible, angel on my bed, devil in my mirror with a crown on his head. I'm preaching to the dope and I'm praying through the sin, saying Lord forgive me while I load up again. One hand on the scripture, one hand on the flame, feeling holy and hopeless in the same damn frame. Yeah, I'm tired of the cycle, tired of this game, but I ain't been clean enough to scream your name. Cross tattooed, but the faith feel fake. Even demons know verses when their life's at stake. I've been to church high as fuck, sang loud in the pew, while the devil sat beside me rocking steel-toe boots. I cried in the chapel, I bled in my sleep. I asked God why the hell he let me sink this deep. He said, son, I never left, it's you who ran. I gave you the truth, but you traded it for grams. And damn, that hit harder than withdrawals do, cause I felt them right there in that motel room. Fentanyl on the counter, gospel in the air. I chose the needle, he chose to still care. How many chances I burned like spoons, how many nights I begged to die by noon, and still I breathe, barely improved. A junkie with a cross and nothing left to. It's a needle in a Bible, torn at the spine, with a page ripped out where I wrote my last line. One more fix, one more prayer, one more high still mumble, amen. You don't gotta be clean to cry. Sometimes the dirtiest hands reach the highest skies. This ain't a home, it's a hearse on blocks. Ain't no love in them picture frames, clocks to stop. You walk in here, you feel the cold, 'cause I ain't the only one breathing in this mold. Every creak in the floorboard calling the name, like George, like Gates, like they never left the game. Ash on the counter, blood in the sink. I keep their lighters lit just so I don't have to think. Spoon in the drawer, I ain't touched it in years, but I still hear them laughing when I crack open beers. Photos on the fridge like a wanted wall. Smiles of the dead, now I talk to them all. Man, this trailer don't rattle from window to rain. It shakes 'cause their spirits keep tapping my brain. Can't sleep in that back room, that's where Mikey died. Found him blue, found him cold, I just sat there and cried. Ain't no peace in this mobile tomb, just empty beds and broken spoons. Every step I take, I'm talking to the past. Like y'all still here, they answer back fast. It's a trailer full of ghosts and they all know me. Taught me how to mix, how to die slowly. And even if I clean it, bleach every inch, I still feel their presence in the breeze through the vents. Tried moving out once, couldn't handle the quiet. Out in the suburbs, I still heard the sirens. I miss my people, even if they gone. Even if that needle wrote their names in stone. Bobby used to sleep on that torn up couch. Now I leave it there, like his memories crouch. Razor in the bathroom, burn marks on the wall. Shit still whispering secrets when the nightfall crawls. Some say I should gut it, tear it down and go, but it's the only place I ever felt like home. Not 'cause it's safe, but 'cause it knows me best. Where I bled, where I broke, where I failed every test. Ain't no peace in this mobile tomb, just empty beds and broken spoons. Every step I take, I'm talking to the past. Like y'all still here, they answer back fast. It's a trailer full of ghosts and they all know me. Taught me how to mix, how to die slowly. And even if I clean it, bleach every inch, I still feel their presence in the breeze through the vents. There's a dip in the floor where my cousin OD'd. I step around it like I'm scared of what it means. I don't cry much now, but I talk to him clear. Y'all keep watch, I'm trying to make it out of here. It's a trailer full of ghosts, not a soul in the flesh, but I still feel love through the fog of death. They say let go, but I can't forget the ones who died trying just to catch one breath. So I'll sleep with the door cracked, talk to the air, and light one for the ones who ain't sitting in that chair. This pain got weight, but it's all I know, so I call it home. This trailer full of ghosts.
Still in the back of my mind, ain't touch it, but I still lips. Sometimes still dream of a line like it's Valentine's.
Drove past my old spot, stomach started twisting. Same trap house, same ghost in the kitchen. Ain't no dope in my veins, but my brain still thinks. Body saying no, but my past still screams. Seen a bend up spoon in a gas station lot. Thought, damn, I remember that burning spot. That first rush, that dirt high flight, like God kissed me and slapped me in the same night. I ain't proud of these flashbacks, but I won't lie, be a fool to pretend I don't still wanna get high. Not every day, but enough to make me scared, enough to make me pray and not care who's there. Still ache sometimes, though I walk the line. Still hear the devil humming lullabies. I ain't touched the flame, but I miss the heat. I'm clean, but temptation still taps my feet. Still ache sometimes like phantom pain, like I lost a limb, but it still remains. Truth is, Recovery ain't sweet, it's a war inside where I still taste defeat. Got a job now, got a bed, got peace, but I still get that tingle when the storm don't cease. Like when the bills stack or my girl starts crying, I hear that old whisper saying try it one time. I toss and turn, fight the urge, write these verses so I don't swerve. I tell myself I'm stronger now, but my shadow know how to track me down. Old friends call, say they back on it. I hang up quick, but my heart stay haunted. You can take the needle out the flesh and bone, but it leaves a trail that leads straight home. I see kids on the corner, eyes looking fried, and I wanna pull over, tell them don't ride, but I feel like a hypocrite saving with lies, cause I'd still sell my soul for one more high. Still it sometimes, I ain't immune, got a prayer on my lips and a past in my room. This ain't a cure, it's a leash on the beast, and some days I swear that chain get weak. Still it sometimes, still hear that call, but I'm fighting like hell not to fall. So if you feel that too, don't be ashamed, just remember the cost behind the flame. Yeah. I'm clean, but don't mistake that for healed, cause I still itch sometimes, and I probably always will.
This for every mother who buried her son in silence, for every homie who so deaf and died by, for the ones we toasted and forgot by Friday. Dope boys don't get halos, they get headlines and caskets. Black hoodie, gold chain, coffin shut tight. He looked just like he did when he was serving that night. Still had the tat, still had the cold grip, still had the bulletproof smile and the pain on his lips. They said rest in peace, but we know damn well he ain't resting, he just moved from the trap to hell. Talking about he was a good one, now he was a real one. Push dope, pull triggers and fed his lil' but the game don't cry, it just reloads clips. Pours liquor, rolls blunts and forgets who slipped. We dress up in black like we saints for the day, then go flip a pack where his body still lay. This a dope boy funeral, no choir and no grace, just pit bulls barking and cops on a chase. Ain't no angels in the sky, just ash in the wind. Another young hustler gone and it won't be the end. They put you in the dirt but the streets still call, like who's next while your picture fade off the wall. You died with your name in a bag full of pain, now your mama light candles while the block getting paid. I watch your mama cry over that closed lid, while the same dope you sold killed another kid. It's a cycle of the savage, we just rats in the trap. Either you sell it or sniff it, but you ain't coming back. And I ain't judging, I did the same shit. Fed the hood poison just to eat and I quit. But when I saw you in that box, face froze in place, I felt my own soul twitch like it wanted to trade. They say the feds watched the funeral from a van, snapping pics of the crew like they ain't next man. Your cousin had the heat tucked under his coat, and your brother pulled a fifth and said, here's the hope. But there ain't nothing left when you living this life, just a hairstone date and a flickering light. You used to dream of change, now they digging your plot, and I'm left with regret for the years we lost. This a dope boy funeral, no choir, no grace, just pit bulls barking and cops on the chase. Ain't no angels in the sky, just ash in the wind. Another young hustler gone and it won't be the end. They put you in the dirt but the streets still call, like who's next while your picture fade off the wall. You died with your name in a bag full of pain, now your mama light candles while the block getting paid. I left a rose on your casket, a verse in my head said I'd get clean if they ever found you dead, but I didn't. I lit one up by the hearse, then prayed to a God I don't trust to live to curse. This a dope boy funeral, tears in the dirt, and every last word just add to the hurt. You ain't just a body, you was war in disguise. You ain't just a number, you was pain in our eyes. They buried you in black, but we bleed in red. And every block we walk, you walk it ahead. Yeah, the game took your breath, but the guilt took mine. I'm alive at your funeral, still serving my time.
Some of us die with a bag in our hand. The rest of us die a little slower watching it happen.
It's that moment they don't put it on no movies. No guns, no chases, just crusted blood and $1 short. Flipping cushions like treasure maps to a better hell, hoping for a crumb and finding yourself. I was laid out in boxes, broken, piss stained, face down on a couch full of ash and pain, rummaging hard through the fabric and dirt, like maybe I'd find redemption under that hurt. Crumbs and pennies burned full in the crack, melted plastic like a ghost from way back. I ain't eaten 2 days, but I ain't looking for bread. I'm searching for that resin, chasing the dead. You ever smoke carpet fuzz, just hoping it hit? Lit up a paper clip and called it a fix. That's where I was, no lies, no front, just me, a big lighter and a shame that stunk. Flipping cushions for a hit, found shame, not shit. Digging through a grave I used to sit and spit. Ain't no pride left, just stains and crumbs. Just a broke ass soul with a twitching tongue. This ain't rockstar pain, it's trailer park truth. When the silence hits harder than you're missing tooth. And all that's left is a rusted old spoon and a prayer that tomorrow don't come too soon. I pawned my boots for a bag that was stepped on. Hit it anyway, then sat there till the sun was gone. Couldn't feel my feet, but I felt my sin knocking on the walls of the skin I'm in. Roaches crawl like they know what I did. Even they judge me for how far I slid. No calls, no knocks, no food, no light. Just the buzz of regret and a long ass night. And I swore I was done just last damn week, but withdrawal got a voice that don't let you sleep. So I search for ghosts in that rotten foam. A dope fiend digging through what used to feed. Flipping cushions for a hit, found shame, not shit. Digging through a grave I used to sit and spit. Ain't no pride left, just stains and crumbs. Just a broke ass soul with a twitching tongue. This ain't rockstar pain, it's trailer park truth. When the silence hits harder than you're missing tooth. And all that's left is a rusted old spoon and a prayer that tomorrow don't come too soon. And even if I found something, what then? Another burn in the lungs, another lie to a friend, another just one more to a God I ignore. Another dead stare through a bent screw. Cushions for a hit, found shame, not shit. Memories of highs I swore I'd quit. No fairy tale in this trailer of doom. Just a man chasing crumbs in a second-hand tone. This ain't survival, this ain't brave. It's the walk of the damned, digging that grave. I was broke, but worse, I was hollow. Couch cushions and crumbs, that's what I follow.
If you ain't been there, don't speak on it. If you have, you already know.
This ain't a song, it's a promise I keep. Every time I look at you while you sleep, I see the man I should have been in your face, and the man I was filled with shame, not grace.
I missed your first steps, high on my mind, nodding in the hallway, losing time. Mama called, said he asked where you been. I said tell him that he working, I was working to sin. I was knee deep in needles, buried in snow, while you was watching cartoons, waiting on me to show. I left toys unopened, birthdays passed, all for a high that never fucking lasted. You smiled in the pictures, but I wasn't there. Physically maybe, but my soul ain't care. And I see it now, through a sober lens. I was a poison to the only one calling me friend. My son deserves better than a dope fiend dad, better than lies and the love he never had, better than empty chairs and glassy eyes, better than me watching him grow from the side. He need a man, not a ghost in a room, a hero, not a story tied to a spoon. So I'm fighting these demons and burning that letter, cause fuck this shame, my son deserves better. You used to bring me crowns, say draw with me, pop, but I was busy breaking down a rig, I couldn't stop. You said why your arm got bruises, why you sleep all day, and I'd lie through my teeth like that shit's okay. But you ain't stupid, you saw more than you should, and I hate myself for every time I misunderstood. You needed love, you needed light, I gave you shadows and a padlock night. I remember you crying through the trailer wall while I was itching on the couch chasing one last call. You needed bedtime stories and a lunch to pack, but I was searching for a vein I could barely track. My son deserves better than a dope fiend dad, better than tears from a love gone bad, better than pain he ain't choose to feel, better than wondering if love is real. He need truth, not a junkie's excuse. Need footsteps that don't lead to abuse. So I'm cleaning this soul like I clean my dresser, one day at a time. My son deserves better. I ain't asking for medals, I ain't asking for cheers. I'm just begging for a future without your tears. One where you proud to say my name, one where you never question if you're to blame. I'll hold the pain if it sets you free, I'll carry the shame if it sets you free. But I swear to God, on this blood and sweat, I'll give you the father you ain't met yet. My son deserves better than the man I was, better than guilt dressed up as love, better than nods and fake ass I'm fine, better than scars that I passed down in time. So I'm breaking the chains, I'm facing the mirror, I'm wiping the fog so I see you clearer. You gave me purpose when I had none ever. You saved my life, my son deserves better. If I can't do it for me, I'll do it for you. Cause every time I look in your eyes, I see the man I still got time to become.
They told me rehab was peace, but peace don't scream through padded walls. Peace don't smell like piss, sweat, and menthols. This ain't heaven, this is hell with vending machines. Checked in with a bag full of court demands, 1 hoodie, 3 smokes, and 2 shaky hands. Nurse said you're safe now, I said bullshit, I ain't safe, I'm just stuck where they dump misfits. Got a roommate twitching, detoxing loud, talking to his dead sister while he cusses the clouds. Group starts at 8, they say share how you feel. I said y'all want the truth or you want the fake heel. I told them I shot up in the church lot once, told them I left my son for a $30 blunt, told them rehab don't fix what's broke, it just locks you down when you out of hope. Rehab ain't heaven, it's a concrete cage where they hand you a workbook instead of rage, where the lies cry loud and the real stay shut, where they teach you to smile while you bleed from the gut. It ain't salvation, it's sitting with shame while the counsel says let's play the blame game. You can call it healing, but I call it war. Rehab ain't heaven, it's just hell with a locked door. There's a girl down the hall screaming for her kids, saying CPS took them, she don't know what she did. There's a vet in the corner, eyes dead like steel, saying dope made him feel what war never could feel. Breakfast cold, prayers forced, windows sealed, and they ask me if I'm ready to heal. But I ain't here to be reformed or praised, I'm just here cause the judge said 30 days. And yeah, I met some folks trying to fight for life, but most just pretend so they sleep at night. Truth is recovery's a fight with no round, and rehab's the ring where they tie you down. Rehab ain't heaven, it's a hallway of ghosts, where you talk about trauma till it chokes your throat, where the same folks cried and steal your smokes, and the ones who smile hardest the first to croak. It ain't glory, it's paperwork and pills, where they count your tears and push fake thrills. You can call it rehab, I call it a test to see if you can heal while surrounded by death. They said I'd leave a better man, but all I left with was my name in the file, some numbers to call, and the same war waiting in the mirror. Rehab ain't heaven, it's a fight for air, where they shave your soul and don't even care, where you cry for your mama at 2 a.m. and wake up with a stranger calling you friend. It ain't no savior, it ain't no light, it's a place where the broken just try to write their name again with a shaky pen, maybe walk out better than they walked in.
But don't call it heaven, 'cause there ain't no angels here, only survivors.
Before I ever touched the pill, before the powder hit my gum, I was already gone. I was already gone. I was addicted to the ache, the noise, the wreckage. Pain was the first drug that stuck. I ain't chased coke cause I loved how it buzzed. I chased it cause it numbed where my trust once was. I was torn up early, stitched wrong at the seams, so I learned how to hide inside violent dreams. Mama cried too much, daddy yelled too loud, so I buried my peace just to make them proud. I picked fights just to feel something real. Bruises felt better than the nothing I feel. And when that heartbreak hit, I ain't cry, I just lit up a pipe, told the world goodbye. Cause that pain felt like home, like comfort and flames, and I kept playing with fire just to feel my name. I was addicted to the hurt long before the high. Loved the crash more than the climb. Chaos in my chest, rage in my breath. I made love to the dark and called it a test. I ain't shoot up for thrill, I shot up to feel anything but real, anything but still. I didn't need drugs to ruin my worth. I was already addicted to the hurt. You ever fall in love with the scream in your brain? Swear the silence too loud, so you welcome the pain. That was me every night, fighting sleep like war, wishing somebody would kick down my door. I ain't need a dealer, I was dealing to myself. Stocked up on sorrow, bagged up in stealth. I was my own poison, my own fucking curse. Knew the way out, just chose what was worse. And the women I loved, I pushed them away, cause love felt fake and pain felt safe. They said I'm cold, I said I'm free. Truth is I was scared they'd see the real me. I was addicted to the hurt long before the high. Loved the crash more than the climb. Chaos in my chest, rage in my breath. I made love to the dark and called it a test. I ain't shoot up for thrill, I shot up to feel anything but real, anything but still. I didn't need drugs to ruin my worth. I was already addicted to the hurt. Some of us ain't trying to escape, we just want the pain to change shape. From fists to needles, from screams to smoke, from bruising to numbness, from crying to choking hope. I was already gone, I was addicted to the hurt long before the pills. Found comfort in the chaos, peace in the kills. I didn't wanna die, I just wanted to break from the pressure, the silence, the past I faced. So I lit up the hurt and I called it mine. Told myself it's fine, over time I'll shine. But the truth stayed buried in blood and dirt. I ain't just an addict, I'm addicted to the hurt. Pain ain't just a symptom, sometimes it's the prize.
I
walked into that church with my head bowed low. Smelled like sweat, regret and smoke. But I came looking for mercy, not a mirror. Instead they handed me silence, and I already had plenty of that. Sat in the back with a tremble in my soul, trying to trade this needle for some kind of control. But them suits just stared like my dirt might spread, like my demons might jump off the prayer I said. Hymns rang out like judgment calls, while I fought memories scratching through the walls. I ain't asked to preach, I just came to breathe. But they looked at me like, why don't you leave? I ain't washed in years, but I bleed the same. Ain't wore clean clothes, but I still got a name. And it ain't junky, it ain't wasted, ain't damn. It's broken man begging to understand. Sunday ain't for sinners, not in that place. Ain't no welcome sign carved into grace. Just side eyes, whispers, nods and lies, while I sit here with my soul in disguise. They say God forgives, I hope he does, cause his people treat me like I'm not enough. But I showed up sober with a heart on fire, and they treated me like a goddamn liar. I knelt down, slow hands trembling bad, while Deacon Smith clutched tight his plaid, like I was gonna rob the tithe tray blind when I just came to leave my shame behind. They didn't know about the girl I saved, didn't see the times I walked away. Didn't know I cried when Mikey died, they saw a tattooed neck and dead ass eyes. They preach from pulpits but live like stone. Tell me I'm filthy while they sin alone. That choir sings but their hearts off key, cause ain't no holiness in hypocrisy. Sunday ain't for sinners, just saints in disguise, dressed up guilt with rehearsed replies. I ain't come for claps, just a second chance, but all I got was a sideways glance. They say God forgives, I believe that part, but his people forgot how to touch a scar. I showed up with truth, but they worship fear, so I lit a smoke and disappeared. Don't talk to me about grace if your love stops at the door. Don't preach forgiveness if you ain't bled on the floor. Don't tell me I ain't worthy when I already know I ain't. But don't you dare block the altar just cause I walk in pain. Sunday ain't for sinners, that's what they show, but I still pray soft with a heart full of woe. Maybe one day I'll find that light that don't judge the dark, just holds it tight. And if God hears me through the stained glass crack, he knows this sinner just want his soul back. I ain't perfect, I ain't even close, but I still kneel down with a prayer and hope. Cause even if Sunday ain't for me, I still show up every damn time. They clap when you clean, but they ain't there when the demons still scream. Yeah, I ain't touched dope in a couple years, but I still wake up drowning in fear. I sleep sober, but the nightmares still shoot. Dreams laced with needles, ghosts in boots. Hear voices at night calling me back. Feel heat in my arms like the fire relapsed. I ain't high, but I still twitch at the light. Still flinch when I see a spoon catch right. Still freeze when I hear a lot of flick. Still feel shame when I think too quick. They say you clean, you did it, be proud, but I still feel dirty when I'm lost in the crowd. Still count time like I'm serving a bid. Still avoid mirrors cause I know what I did. I'm clean, but I'm never free. Still shackled to a past that won't let me be. Still got scars where the veins used to bleed. Still got thoughts that my son shouldn't see. I ain't using, but I ain't whole. Just a sober ass man with a junkie soul. Trying to smile, but it ain't that easy. Cause being clean don't mean the pain leaves me.
Every chip in my pocket just weight I drag, like reminders funerals in a toe tag bag. Every congrats feel a little bit fake, cause they don't know what it still fucking takes. I wake up sweating from dreams of the past, like I'm back in the trap, like a devil came fast. I sit up, breathe, stare at the fan, and ask myself, am I really better man? Sobriety's a silence most can't hear. It ain't parades, it's battle and fear. It's losing friends cause they ain't ready to quit. It's being the lone wolf out the pit. I'm clean, but I'm never free. Still haunted by the hell that lived in me. Still got memories I can't unsee. Still carry names I bury deep. I ain't high, but I ain't alright. Just fighting for peace in the middle of night. Trying to live, but it hurts this deep. Cause being clean don't mean I sleep. I ain't glorifying shit, I'm just telling you the truth. You can wash off the drug, but you can't wash off the proof. The way your mama cried, the way your kid looked scared, that shit stays, even after you care. I'm clean but never free. That price don't fade just cause you leave. The devil don't quit, he just sits and waits by the chip on your dresser and the twist in your fate. I'm sober now, but I still bleed. Still wrestle with the one, still beg on my knees. But I fight every day I breathe. Cause clean don't mean free, it just means I believe. I ain't high, but I still hurt. And that's the part nobody warns you about. They see me breathe and think I'm okay, but they ain't felt the war inside of every day. Still got a pulse, still got a name, but I don't feel fixed, I just feel the same.
I made it out the trailer with my skin intact, but I left pieces of me I can never get back. Ain't shooting no more, but the scars still ache. Ain't running from cops, but my hands still shake. I laugh now, sure, but my smile's a shield. Cause being alive don't mean I'm healed. Still hear my cousin screaming in that casted dream. Still feel the belt tighten when I try to breathe. I go to work, punch in, fake strong, but inside I'm singing that same sad song. Still dodge the liquor aisle at the grocery store. Still check the door twice like I'm at war.
Alive don't mean healed, it just means I'm here. Still trying to climb out of a well of fear. Still crying silent, still bleed inside. Still trying to forgive myself for who I let die. I ain't nodding off, but I ain't sleeping right. Still see ghosts when I kill the lights. Yeah, I'm standing, but I'm barely real. Cause being alive don't mean healed. I said sorry more times than I said I love you. Hurt folks that deserve better, yeah, that's true. Wrote letters I never sent, prayers I never speak. Told God if you fix me, I won't be weak. But here I am, patched up and slow, trying to raise a son from a soul that's low. He hugs me like I'm all he knows, and I hold on tighter than my damage shows. I walk past dealers like they ain't got shit, but deep in my bones I still feel that itch. Not cause I want it, but cause it wants me, and I hate that it still fucking haunts me. Alive don't mean healed, just means I fight. Every damn day, every goddamn night. Every smile stitched, every breath ain't clean. I'm still picking glass out of every dream. I ain't falling back, but I ain't running fast. Just learning how to live without running from my past. Yeah, I made it out, but I'm paying what I sealed. Cause being alive don't mean
They think I made it cause I ain't in a cell, cause I'm not in the ground or a motel from hell. But truth is, I still feel that burn. Still wake up every day and relearn how to live, how to breathe, how to stay, how not to leave.
Alive don't mean healed, it just means I ain't quit. Still dragging my guilt like a busted up kid. Still got pain dressed up in skin. Still counting wins just for clocking in. And maybe one day I'll call this peace. Maybe this war will finally cease. But for now I wear my wounds concealed. Cause being alive don't mean healed. Still breathing, still breathing, still walking, still walking.
Ain't no trumpet sound when you start to rebuild, just a shake in your fingers and a voice that's still trying to make coffee without spilling your guilt, and praying the foundation holds under what you built. I pulled my first cup with a tremor in my hand, still got flashbacks of that tourniquet band. Mornings used to start with a rig and a prayer, and that's bitter black truth and 1,000-yard stare. Ain't no cheers for staying clean today, just the silence of surviving in a world that don't pay for second tries, for broken men. But I'm standing up shaky and breathing again. Wrote a list of wrongs that could fill a book, now I tear out pages every time I look at my reflection. Pale but alive, still learning how to forgive the man who survived. Shaky hands and second chances, trying to hold steady through life's advances. I ain't proud, but I'm here building a life one scar at a time, year by year. This ain't glory, this ain't smooth, it's gritty, it's awkward, it's trying to prove that even the fallen got steps they can dance. Even shaky hands deserve one more chance. Still got a box with my old IDs, pictures of a ghost wearing chains and disease. Sometimes I hold it, sometimes I cry, sometimes I ask that junkie, why didn't you die? But I'm glad he didn't, even with the shame, cause now I'm raising my boy with a brand new name. Not loser, not addict, not burden or wreck, just dad with a lunchbox and a broke ass neck from carrying guilt that could crack a street. But still I walk, still I plant these feet on soil I once bled on, cursed and rage. Now I sow hope on this torn up stage. Shaky hands and second chances, trying to hold steady through life's advances. I ain't proud, but I'm here building a life one scar at a time, year by year. This ain't glory, this ain't smooth, it's gritty, it's awkward, it's trying to prove that even the fallen got steps they can dance. Even shaky hands deserve one more chance. They don't write songs about the days you just show up, no spotlight on the sober man moping his own fuck ups, but that's the real shit. That's where the fight lives, in them little ass wins you pray the world forgives. Shaky hands and second chances, living proof that the wound is still advances. I ain't fixed, I ain't fine, but I'm better than the man who stole that time. I got bruises that pulse like thunder, but I also got dreams they can't put under. I ain't asking to lead, I ain't begging to dance, but I'm walking this road, give me one more chance. If I fall, I'll rise slow. With these shaky ass hands and a second chance, I'll never let go.